The book's called How on Earth Did That Happen? And the subtitle is When Heaven and Work Collide. The book's a mixture of stories and biblical principles. Some of the spiritual principles that I've learned along my journey over the last nearly 30 years. But it's full of stories too, because unless you know what God has actually done, it just stays as a principle. But this is the application of the principles, many of which are completely countercultural and wouldn't make the remotest sense from a business standpoint. Going back into the late 80s, actually, I felt this complete tension between my ambition in my work and my faith, because my faith was growing at that time, but my career was growing too, and they almost felt completely incompatible until God showed me they were not incompatible at all, and that what I was doing, I could glorify Him out of that. I had a spiritual calling in my workplace that I didn't have to think I was a second-class Christian because I wasn't up or out in the mission field or behind a pulpit on a Sunday. Out of that, I started to apply biblical principles practically into my work. I started to see corporate miracles. It was absolutely amazing. So the book's written to encourage Christians to see that actually their professional calling or their workplace calling is a real spiritual calling, that they can please the Lord, they can worship the Lord, they are doing God's will in the marketplace. It's where we touch most lives. It's some really dark places people go into work into. So as believers, we can be the salt and the light in those places. And the book is about encouraging people to dismantle in their minds that theology of a secular sacred divide. Jesus prayed, on earth as it is in heaven. So let's see God's signs and wonders. Let's see His kingdom rule and reign on earth as it is in heaven. Be the leaders of the future, be the entrepreneurs of the future, but putting God at the center.